Before I get into this, I just want to reiterate because whenever we discuss politics on this channel, which is not often, people always accuse me of being a Trump supporter whenever I discuss this because it's always tied to Kamala Harris. But what I want people to understand is that I do not vote. I have my reasons why. I'll go over them again later if you don't already know. But I just want to say from the bottom of my heart that I am proud of black people. I'm not the pro black. I'm not one of those pro blackity black Dr. Umar type. But when I tell you, I'm proud of my black people for this, just for speaking up for themselves and thinking for themselves for a change. It's a beautiful thing to see, man. It's beautiful to see my people waking up. Let's get into it.
Now, that little rant inspired some feedback from members of the black community, male and female.
I want Barack Obama and every Democrat out there to know you do not own black people. We are not slaves. Our chains are gone. We do not owe you anything, and we don't have to give you an account for how we choose to vote.
The Democrats then unleashed Barack Obama into the wild to shame us black men for not supporting Kamala Harris, despite the fact that she's yet to unveil any policies that represent our interests. But if it was a white politician shaming other white men for not voting based on identity politics, y'all will call him racist. Why is it okay for Barack Obama, Kamala Harris, and all these other people that supposedly look like me? Why is it okay for them to get on TV and shame me for not voting for them simply because they look like me? That is racist, brother. I don't know how else to put it. That is racism. I don't have to vote for Kamala because she's quote unquote black. Just like I shouldn't have voted for yo because you got up there, you tap dance for the establishment, and you ain't do a goddamn for the black people that put you in office. You, brother.
You ain't did a thing for us in the 8 years that you was in the White House. And you think you gonna pop up during an election year and try to scold black men for not wanting to vote for your candidate? Have you lost mind?
I spent 7 years of my life fighting your administration, you and Biden, by the way, for my husband's military benefits. My daughter died because of Obamacare. I don't give a about you.
This message is for President Obama. First and foremost, you're not going to tell me what I'm going to do and what I'm not going to do. Number one, I ain't going to vote for Kamala Harris. I think that she's going to make a bad president. She's a bad vice president. Everything she does, she tries to politicize it. And she hasn't shown the fact that she wants to put America first ever. So I'm not voting for that individual.
What you thought you was doing, Barack Obama? Boy, you done stepped out there. All you did was black men off, bruh. All you did was black men off. Why y'all think the American people why y'all think the Democrat Party own black folk? The Democrat Party don't own black folks, bruh. What you thought you was doing with that? We see the play. We know we see the play. Kamala Harris is losing. She's not going to win.
The audacity of you to say to us that we are required and we better vote for Kamala Harris and that we don't want to see a woman in a position of power. You're a liar.
Now, I want y'all to ask yourselves this question. Why come Fox News and CNN aren't showing y'all this on TV? Why are they not showing y'all these clips? Why? Y'all need to ask yourselves that. That is a very, very important question. And I'm sure the guys that are what I like to call unplugged, y'all know the reason why. I don't even gotta say it. Now, on top of coming across this, another reason why I wanted to cover this again is because when I first covered it, I found something a little bit strange. Typically, a lot of comments and dislikes typically come from me getting a lot of views on a particular video. However, now this video did fell more in the typical range as far as 24 hours, But what was interesting is that it had way more comments and dislikes than it should have compared to the amount of views. So it had me thinking, did people who watched that last video, did they dislike it because they think I'm a Trump supporter just because I'm trying to shed light on the fact that there are people out there that don't want you to think for yourself? God forbid I come on here and I'm over here trying to tell you guys to think for yourself. That's a bit odd because I've repeated before over and over again, and I said at the beginning of this video, I am not a Trump supporter. I do not vote. And I'm gonna go into why at the end of this video. Because for real, this is actually the real RP content. But again, I'll address that later. However, I want to go over a few videos. This next one in particular is because this woman found out a stat that proved that these women that are over here trying to shame y'all for not supporting her just because she's a woman is a bunch of bullshit. Check this out.
So for everyone who's calling the black man misogynistic for not supporting Kamala Harris, I want you to listen up because you all are forgetting one major thing. Data collected by the Pew Research Center revealed that 81% of black men in the year 2016 voted for Hillary Clinton. So let's think about this logically. We're saying that because these people are not supporting Kamala Harris, they're misogynistic and they have a problem with women. But 8 out of 10 of them in 2016 voted for a woman over Donald Trump.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Y'all heard it.
This is why I wanted to play that video. This is why I wanted to play this video. Because when I saw those 27 dislikes and the amount of views, I was like, I usually don't get that many dislikes compared to that amount of views. Unless maybe I got some women that watched this video and said, oh, he's misogynistic. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Well, ladies, here's your proof right here. This is what I'm talking about. This is why I kept trying to tell you guys. This is what it's really about. This is why I'm talking about this topic. It doesn't have anything to do with who y'all choose to be president. I could give a rat's ass. I'm in Thailand, for crying out loud. I spend most of my time overseas now. Like, get over it. This is what I'm trying to shed light on. How in the hell are you going to sit over here and say that men are misogynistic for not wanting to vote for Kamala Harris when the last time a woman ran for president, most black men voted for Hillary?
Now, I'm not saying that misogyny is not a factor for some people and that there are some men out there who probably do not want to see a woman in power. But it's wrong to put that label on millions of people when you have absolutely no evidence to back that up other than your own anecdotal experience. Again, let's look at the facts. 81% of black men voted for a woman in 2016 over Donald Trump. That means that they probably do not have a problem with women being in charge. They have a problem with Kamala Harris being in charge. It's not women, it's her. And if you would like to find this information that I have just mentioned, it is available at the Pew Research Center, pewresearch.org, or you can just Google on your phone how many black men supported Hillary Clinton in 2016, and it should come right up.
And even if women look that up, sister, they still gonna be on the same shit. It ain't gonna change nothing. They still ain't gonna think for themselves. But anyway, let's keep it moving.
I really genuinely need somebody to explain to me why Barack Obama thinks it's a great idea to go out here and have black men vote for Kamala Harris and galvanize the black male vote when this lady gonna do the same thing for us that he did, which is not a mother thing. Like, let's be clear. Barack Obama talking about this is now the time for you black men to go.
This man did not hit you with the Obama impersonation. He sound just like him.
to go out and vote for Kamala Harris. She needs your support. All right? We are obligated to do this because I'm going to pull out the race card out of my the same as I pulled out the race card when I told you we were going to bring change to America. Yes, we can. Yes, we can what? Yes, we got to reverse 8 years of bad George Bush policy. The Democratic Party has convinced black people that Donald Trump is somehow already in office. This is how they work. They literally play the psychological mind game to say, if Donald Trump this, if Donald Trump that. Barack Obama, what did you do for the black people? What did you do for black people when you got in office, Barack? We gave you a Nobel. You were awarded a Nobel Peace Prize simply for being able to say you stood on the shoulders of Dr. King, Malcolm X, Medgar Evers, all the people that came before you. Did you live up to it? Did you do anything that was deserving of a Nobel Peace Prize before you got in office? No. Did you do anything that was deserving of a Nobel Peace Prize while you were in office? No. Did you do anything of substance for black people? No. But we treated you like Moses when in actuality you were just Pharaoh. And I'm not saying you were Pharaoh like you were oppressive in Egypt, like Pharaoh was to the Israelites in Egypt, but you were Pharaoh in terms of you held a political office, and we elevated you to the status of Martin when you didn't even do half the work he nor Malcolm did. This is what I mean when I say, in order to appeal to black people, all you have to do is appeal to their emotions. If you appeal to the emotion of the black man, you don't have to actually do or perform anything that you tell him you will do. This is just a fact. These are the facts. Barack Obama is telling black people now to go vote for the same lady that ain't going to do jack for them. We can expect from Kamala Harris the same thing we should have expected from Barack Obama. Not a thing. And I need y'all to understand this. These politicians play the race card right in your face every 4 years, and we got to be smart enough to see past the BS. You dig? Because if we don't, we're just going to keep repeating the same cycle. Those that fail to study and properly analyze history are always doomed to repeat it. Church.
Yeah, church. That was a bar at the end. I hear him on that. Exactly, bro. And you know what? It's funny because I find it always funny that they want to play the race card. And there's always this thing, and I see it all the time in the comments when I cover this topic. Man, she ain't even black. She ain't even black. Well, I'm going to go ahead and feed the beast, bro. Because I came across this clip of Candace Owens. So I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Exposing that she really isn't black. Check this out.
So we left off interested in Vioris Cambridge Harris McPherson, okay? And this is a woman that we believe is Kamala's grandmother. So I'm just going to show you the side-by-side of Kamala and Vioris. I'm going to show you the extremely black woman that we are shown a picture of. A picture that he claims he captured of Kamala sitting on Miss Iris's lap. Now, I have received, by the way, a note from a woman who is in her 70s who swears that she knew this family and that woman there worked for the family. As we worked to get in touch with her, she's a bit older, a trust family. She claims that she worked for the family for so long, didn't want to leave, and that is, in fact, a picture of the help, which would be wild. So White Iris, who died in Broward County, we know for a fact now that she is related to Kamala Harris. And Kamala Harris must answer for this. She absolutely must answer this. You cannot be posting up pictures of you with a black woman saying that it's your grandma, okay? You cannot do that. And then come to find out there was another woman who you look much more like, and we have all of the evidence in the world that she is your true grandmother. That is just, it is too wild. It is just too out of pocket. We are going to need answers to that.
Okay, so it's coming out that Kamala is not black. Do you think that this is going to change the people's mindset that was voting for her because she was just black? Does that make you guys not want to vote for her? What do you think? Go ahead, Pronto. You've been shaking your head. You go first.
Nah, I think whoever is going for Kamala is already convinced that she's black enough. I don't think it'll change most Democrats or even Republicans. I mean, whatever side you sway on, you pretty much have stayed on what you believe. So I don't think, yeah.
Okay, Trigger, I see you holding up the black power sign. Go ahead.
Yeah, and it's the whole thing is stupid. Like, her race does not matter. It is a danger to think of that man getting back in office, Trump.
Exactly. And there you go. That's what it really comes down to. It's scary to think of letting him back in. Okay, fine. Cool. You voting for her just because you don't want him in? I can accept that. Stupid, but I'll accept that because at least you're being honest. But did y'all see her reaction? Did y'all see her reaction? Throwing up the fist sign and everything. And pronto dough, man, homie was right. And she turned around and she flat out admitted it. Because you got some women out here that are voting for her simply just because their hate for Donald Trump and all the other allegations and bullshit. I don't give a damn about any of that. Because here's what I would do as a black people. Y'all do know that these two are not the only candidates that run for president every 4 years, right? I've mentioned this before. Vote independent. Y'all really want to fuck it up? As an American people, not just black people, y'all really want to fuck it up? Vote independent. Vote for those candidates that aren't getting getting paid for getting the paid ads and shit like these other two candidates. Support those people. Support those candidates. I guarantee you, more than likely, they'll probably do what's in the best interest of the people far more than these two, simply off of the fact that they don't have the money getting pushed behind them like those two. So let's talk real RP content and why I don't vote. Because they're all connected for real, for real. Let me tell y'all something. Election day, in my opinion, ain't nothing but a big farce. It's all smoke and mirrors. These people already know who gonna be in that office. Who, I don't know. Who, I don't care. But what I can tell you is that it's been like this for years. It's been like this for years. I know for a fact that the Rockefellers handpicked Bill Clinton, bro. And if you don't know who the Rockefellers is, or you don't know who the Rothschilds is, look up the top 10 families, royal families. Rothschilds and the Rockefellers are right up there. You really want to go down a rabbit hole, you guys? Look up the Bilderberg group. It's a group of about, I think, maybe 8 to 12 men that pretty much decide everything that goes on in the world. Look up Bohemian Grove and what they do the July of every year over there in the woods in California, and why they won't let you in. Look up all the underground cities underneath the United States and Europe too. I don't know about other countries, but more than likely if that's the case too, it wouldn't shock me at this point. All the underground cities and roads that we got in here that don't nobody talk about. Some of them sitting right underneath the biggest airport hubs that we got in America. Why do y'all think that is? Do y'all know about all the banks that got bought up in Missouri? In a city that doesn't even have the population to support all those banks? Do y'all know about what looks like a brand new White House being built in the middle of Missouri? I can go, bro. You see what I'm saying? This is why I don't vote. This is why I don't care. I'm trying to open y'all mind to see what the fuck, how they trying to manipulate y'all. That's what I'm trying to get y'all to see. And if you still feel like you gotta hit the dislike button for that, then hey, more power to you, bro. But I'm just trying to keep it a buck with y'all, man. Let me know what y'all thought about this. If you're new to the platform, Please subscribe, OGs. I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification. That way y'all know when I'm uploading. Hit the like button because it helps with the algorithm and helps me reach a broader audience. Also, look out for the travel vlog channel, Unplugged Traveler. Link is in the description. Until the next video, y'all. Deuces.